to the 7th episode of Insight. What are we doing today?
So today we are continuing our talk from last week, which was...
Sharing mistakes is just as important as sharing victories and wins.
Yes. Train wreck of an episode. Apologize. But today we're talking about Together We Can Thrive.
Yeah. In terms of client relationships with other creatives.
And between us.
Yep.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to kick it off with clients?
Yeah, so thriving with clients is a very important factor because it's part of our business as well. And we like to have a very thorough onboarding process with our clients to make sure we thrive together and make sure the relationship, we are both growing. And we're all just looking for we're both looking for long-term relationships with our clients.
Yeah, so I think because it's a relationship and we look at it like that, we want what's best for them. I guess that's why celebrating their wins. But we want what's best for them, and because we would hope that whoever we work with also wants what's best for us. It's an understanding of that win-win rather than trying to cut. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like trying to cut a deal. You're at a shop and you're trying to cut a deal and get really good discounts. You're not really keeping in mind the other person. Yeah, I feel like in that way there's a really big, almost a power difference.
No one's taking advantage of the other.
Yeah, because no one wants that.
Yeah, and part of what we do is branding, and the goal of branding is that you don't really build brands overnight. It's a very long-term game, which feeds into our core value of our tagline, I should say. Tagline of we're looking for relationships for the long haul. Right?
You said our tagline wrong. Our tagline is we build relationships for the long haul.
We build relationships for the long haul.
Thank you.
Yes.
Off-brand.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's why our process is really selective. We often talk to and meet new people, and I think sometimes I think you can talk a bit better about this, about cultural fit, technical fit.
Yeah,
better than I can.
In terms of client fit, there's two areas we mostly look at, which is cultural and technical. Technical is all about the services we provide, if they fit the problems they have and their needs. And in terms of culture is about, I guess, if we're both in the same wavelength of understanding cultural references or ideas or concepts.
Yeah,
and sometimes there's a disconnect. I'm what's happening?
Yeah, and I also understanding how the person works and the main people we'll be working with. If we don't get along as people, that's going to be a big hurdle. And sometimes if it's big red flags, I think it's better to bite that in the butt before we even jump on board and work with people.
That's why our focus is thriving together with clients.
Yeah. I guess in terms of creatives, one thing that bothers me. Yeah, I feel all of Insight is just me getting bothered by things. I don't know. I feel as a creative, it's really hard not to get competitive with people.
Oh yes, for sure.
And even not as a creative, just someone working, being in the workforce, it's hard not to compete for I don't know, the boss's approval or something. But I feel in the couple agencies I've worked in, and just even group projects at uni, I would even say.
Yep.
You're always just trying to. It's frustrating. Yeah, everyone's just trying to one up. I did this. No, and I did this, and you're just yeeting things at each other.
It's in the lecture room when people are presenting. It's always everyone's holding the cards up close to them. And they're revealing what? Okay.
Yeah, it's just so, I don't know. I just feel it's frustrating, and I think we see that a lot in the community in terms of resources. Not until recently, I feel, or maybe it's just because I've been working in I'm lucky enough to have worked with really cool people. But resources, hiding them, being oh, this is my secret resource. I don't want to show the world or show anyone else because they're going to steal it and do better. But what you don't realize, and what we found, is the more people you share with, you guys had the same resources anyway. Or
it's not surprising.
And it's not a surprise. It's they knew already. Or they've got a better resource than you. And you learn from that. And in exchange, you build a relationship. It's just relationships everywhere, I feel. And, I don't know. It's just frustrating to see, people, hoarding things and not really wanting to share. Like, I can understand, like, if you're working on, like, private projects and stuff, like, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But,
like books and
Yeah.
mock-ups and any creative resources, really.
Any creative tools, because, like, I'm not up for, like, stealing. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's cool anyway.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. But yeah, everyone's going to use your different resources differently, and the way that people are going to view it is going to be different based on their situation. So I think that when it comes to creatives and like approaching and working with people, like being open, transparent, insight episode 4 or something.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I think it helps both of you. It helps both parties. Like, you're not just giving your secrets away.
How about being in the same space with creatives?
Yeah, for
In
sure.
the same environment?
I think that working in, or even just being around people.
Just being around
around other creatives who are trying to not level up each other. They're trying to level up themselves. Makes
Or
you
together.
wanna. No, I mean, like.
Together?
No, okay, no. So what I'm not trying to one up you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to one up myself, like constantly
Okay.
trying to make myself better. Makes you want to do the same. It's like that saying that my mom like jammed into my head. Did your mom ever say that to you? The birds of a feather flock together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like, it's in my head. Thanks, mom. But yeah, I feel like it's just really motivating, and it creates such like a positive environment that you just want to work. It makes you excited to come to work, because you know that people around you are trying to do their best. And it's better than going in and hanging out with a bunch of people who are just in there, do the thing, hate that whole day, and then leave. No one wants that. But yeah. How do you think this transfers over to us?
Well, it's kind of funny because we're very different in terms of personality.
Yeah.
Keys are very...
Yeah, go for it.
It's a very talkative person.
Yeah.
And I'm very quiet.
Mm.
So I think the dynamic is really weird and different in terms of working with anyone else. And I think the way we got around to working and thriving together is through empathy, of understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses, and how we can kind of just focus on our strengths, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just be compatible in terms of skill sets. And yeah.
And I think that we realized that, like, early on, is that we could have maybe done it by ourselves.
Yep.
But we had to, like, lower a fair bit of pride to be like, no, let's do this together. Because, like, it's great. I don't know. Maybe I can't relate as much. But it's, like, seems great to, like, oh, I did this, I achieved this by myself. You're going to work with someone else. You don't get all the credit.
It's shared.
It's shared. Everything that we do is shared. But we know that, like, I know that I couldn't have even gotten to this stage, like, without you.
Mm-hmm. And I think also it kind of comes back to what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because we're bringing our different experiences, and all of our experiences kind of just converge into the whole branding space. Which is why if we did it separately or individually, it wouldn't have worked.
I don't think we would have had such a, like, holistic approach, which is fun. Because, like, we'll probably do a video about this, like, what we actually do.
Yeah.
Like, our different roles. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't touch any of, like, Keith's work with a 10-foot pole. Like, no. Same way that you wouldn't
I wouldn't
want to...
touch it.
Yeah, do you want to do the spreadsheets? Like, no.
It's like all the graphic design stuff I don't want to touch. I just like thinking about it, so that's all.
But, yeah, I think that, yeah, we definitely wouldn't have been able to do it, like, alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, like, we knew going in. And, like, we try and understand now that even, like, if things are difficult, trying to do it alone doesn't always work. And that's why, like, we have other people that we can reach out to.
For help.
For help. Each other, like, other creatives, or sometimes even clients are able to help.
Yeah.
And I guess in the long term, it builds that relationship, and the clients can reach out to us. And, like, even if they win and it's, like, not something related to us, it's good to see that they're in a good spot. Because then when we all meet up, it just, like, creates that positive, like, workspace, that, like, community, creativity, like, everything just thrives. It's
There's
good.
not too much negativity at all.
Like, we can't avoid it sometimes. You get salty. But, like, overall, like, a nice, positive place to come into.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a snowball.
Mm.
One positive energy, another positive energy. Just
It's just like positive energy. And it's, like, harder to stop it. I feel like this bouncing back to, like, working together is in, like, groups. I guess it also works in, like, client settings. But it's a lot harder to bring down a room if, like, 9 out of the 10 people are like, yeah, let's do it. If you're just that one negative voice, you're just, like, outnumbered completely. And I would rather be in that 9 than that 1. Or even if the roles were reversed, like, I would still be, like, the one trying to...
Well, you are a very positive person.
Yeah, like, I can't help it. I feel like I could be in, like, the most awkward situation.
You're like the most optimistic person. It's like, yes, we can still do it.
We can still do it. Everything's failing. We have no money. Yeah, we're going to do it. I don't know. And I feel like it's not something like I try to do. It's just something...
It just comes off naturally.
Humble flex. But yeah.
Do you want to wrap things up?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
I think most of the stuff we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah. It's all relevant and connected to each other, so...
Yeah. But we are in the works for other things. It's just we're powering through our core values at the moment.
There's only a couple left.
We have like...
Nearly there.
We have 3.
Yeah, 3.
We
3.
have-
3 left.
We have 3 left. We'll get through them and then we can start on more fun things.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for that. I promise another day is coming. I'm working on it.
Yep. Not much progress since the last episode.
Whoa. It's in my Notion, I promise. But yeah, we'll see you guys at the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.